One of our founders, longtime environmental activist Tzeporah Berman, was just named one of Time 100 for climate for her work chairing the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty Initiative. Congrats, Zeb! Now, let's talk about what this treaty is and how it started right here at Stand.earth. So the Fossil Fuel Non-Proliferation Treaty Initiative is a global advocacy campaign calling for an international treaty that would limit the production of new fossil fuels, phase out existing production, and ensure a just transition to clean energy for all. And the initiative was incubated right here at Stand.earth. It builds on decades of calls and campaigns for a fossil fuel phase-out and a fair energy transition by government, civil society, indigenous, and grassroots leaders, particularly from the Global South. The Fossil Fuel Treaty aims to complement other movement tactics like divestment, debt relief, and fossil fuel bans. Here's just some of Treaty's awesome victories that demonstrate a growing momentum for real global climate action. In 2020, the first city endorsed the Fossil Fuel Treaty, Vancouver, British Columbia, and it did so unanimously. A couple years later, massive World Health Organizations joined the call, like the World Health Organization, the Alliance of Nurses for a Healthy Environment, and the World Federation of Public Health Associations. And then, in 2023, as the devastating impacts of the climate crisis became clearer and clearer, the treaty took off. In March, 6 Pacific countries endorsed the treaty: Vanuatu, Tuvalu, Tonga, Fiji, Niue, and the Solomon Islands. In September, the state of California endorsed the Fossil Fuel Treaty, making it the largest economy to do so, despite the oil and gas lobby's attempts to block the proposal. A day before the UN Secretary General's Climate Ambition Summit later that month, 9 indigenous nations from Peru joined the initiative: the Awajún, Achuar, Kendosi, Chapra, Quechua de Vestasa, Cucama, Cucameria, Shawi, Shiwilu, and Wampis nations. Then, at COP28, a whopping 100 cities and subnational governments came together to call on their national leaders to negotiate a treaty, from the mayor of Belém, Brazil, to the mayor of Paris, France. And in a major victory, Colombia also joined the call at COP28, making it the first Latin American country to endorse and the largest producer of oil and gas to join the international effort. Then, this year in May, the largest coal port in the world joined the initiative, the city of Newcastle, Australia. And just this past September, alongside local partners, we secured an endorsement from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the largest city in the US to endorse yet. It was an incredible move for a city in a state with lots of fracking. To date, the Fossil Fuel Treaty has been endorsed so far by 14 countries, 10 indigenous nations, 2,700 civil society organizations and institutions, and hundreds of elected officials and health organizations. Tzeporah Berman, chair of the initiative since 2020, said, quote, "This isn't just about electrification. There has to be a shift in the systems that have supported the development of the fossil fuel political economy. It's time for world leaders to see the writing on the wall and commit to real climate action by endorsing the Fossil Fuel Treaty." Join us in calling for a fossil fuel treaty now and visit fossilfueltreaty.org to learn more.